Good morning, everybody. Well, we started planting. Well, I guess we did start a little bit 2 nights ago, but we really got started yesterday. Harm got 190 some acres of beans in the ground, and Ned, I'm not sure how many he's got, but yeah, I didn't film at all yesterday, or really the day before, because, well, yesterday was Friday the 13th, and not a thing went right. Well, it took me 2 hours to get the disc hooked up and unhooked, because, well, I was by myself, and the hitch pin that we were using for that is a bolt, and it needs ground down, and yeah, it was just a mess. Kind of embarrassing, but it was a mess. And then Grandpa blew a hydraulic hose on the finisher, a 22-foot hydraulic hose, and it took me forever to get off because it was clamped down on every foot, basically. And Harm blew a hydraulic hose under the cab of the 255, so I don't know what he's doing with that yet, but he did that last night and decided he was done for the day, which I don't blame him at all. I had to finish taking the hydraulic hose off in the dark, but it was just not a very good day, not a very productive. Well, it was productive, but nothing really went the way we wanted it to. I spent an hour riding the corn planter trying to figure out why it wouldn't plant, and I think we've got it lined out, so yeah, I hope that we don't have any more problems with it. And I'm headed to the finisher. Gee whiz. Lane's rough. But yeah, I'm headed to the finisher to finish up this field, hopefully, and not have any more problems. And yeah, that's all I really know, I guess, for now, until something else happens. Forgot to mention, first thing yesterday, I dumped a full 44-ounce tea on my floorboard, so now my door is sticky, and it kind of sticks when you open it, so I haven't had a chance to clean that up yet, but I'm gonna have to soon because it's annoying. So me and Ned are in the same field. He's over there somewhere, I can't quite see him, but he's over there, and he just sent me a text to raise it up a little bit, so when we get to the end of the field, we're gonna get out and do that. So we're gonna raise this thing up a little bit, so I've got to remember which way this is supposed to go. Well, we need to go forward. So you turn this a little bit, so this thing comes forward, and then it's, yeah, here we go. 5 turns equals 1 inch of dirt working depth. So, yeah, we'll try that. So, I've made it to where I was working before the rain the other day, in the other video. See, right? I don't know if the camera picks it up, but this is a lot weedier than this over here. I mean, this is still weedy by all means, but it's a lot less weedy. So I've got this all here worked already, and then this is not, but I'm going to go ahead and work this again to, you know, beat down the weeds again. But it did exactly what we thought it would. I mean, it rained and kept us out of the field for a week, and I think it was a week, I don't even remember now, but it's been a while, and all these weeds grew way up, and then these over here aren't near as tall, and they're a lot more manageable. So this stuff over here will be a lot easier going, and it'll look better at the end because there's not as many weeds in it. Well, I came down here to do the end rows because Ned's now in the long rows, and Grandpa has been running this, and he hadn't done the end rows yet. So I came down to do the end rows, and yeah, then Grandpa's getting the tractor with him because his truck is at the other end of the field, and we're going to bring it down here. And they just filled full of seed, and so yeah, Ned's going to take him down to his pickup. I think he wants to race. I just looked over and he's right there with me. Didn't quite make it. Well, it's been like a week since I've talked to you guys last. It just won't quit raining around here. We'll say we've got it a lot better than they do up in Minnesota and South Dakota and all them, but still. But yeah, I think today is the first day that we might be able to plant beans for several days. I don't even trying to think last time. I don't know. Anyway, I think we've got 2 bean fields that are dry enough to plant today. This is it's like 4:30 in the afternoon, but that's okay. We'll get started. We got the little patch right here next to the house that didn't get planted before, and we got a 40 acres farthest south that he's going to try to plant today too. He went and worked a little bit ago while I was at work, but I think you broke it. I think that we're going to get some more acres knocked out today. We've got 200 acres of beans in the ground and 130 acres of corn, I think. So we got a long way to go, but it's a good start anyway. So
that bag of beans we emptied out of that wet box. Go grab that.
Oh, okay. So we are in the field. He's went about 100 feet and is out of beans because this is the last plenish field that we have, so we don't want to open any more bags than we have to. So we're going to run the planter completely out and just add as many beans as we need to get it done. Yeah, we don't want to have any more plenish beans in the planter than we have to, because we only have really enough to do this field. So yeah, I'll probably explain that this fall better, what plenish beans are and why we grow them. But yeah, so this is our last plenish field, and the next field he's going to is just a regular soybean. So we're headed south. Arm's in front of me. I'm in his truck with beans. Don't mind the mud flaps dragging. There's a lot of beans on the back and it's squatting pretty good. Yeah, he's in front of me. Ned was getting the corn planter out as we left, so maybe we'll get some corn planted today. I got for the moment. Well, we've made it. He's gonna unfold and we're gonna get him unloaded, and then I'm headed back to the barn lot. Leave him to do his thing. So I made it back to the barn. I've decided I'm going to go burn some boxes because they're getting overwhelming in the shop. So I loaded up the New Holland full of boxes and put some on the mower even. And we're gonna go burn these things because I'm tired of walking around. So it's later, as you can tell, it's dark. I've got to go I've got to load up seed for Ned. Sounds like he's right on the other side of the tool shed. He might be. But he's about out of seed, so I've got to go load up so I can take him seed. And as far as I know, Harm's plugging along just fine. He's got enough seed to do that whole field. But yeah, he hasn't called me yet, so no news is good news when it comes to him. It's been a long day. But yeah, we're gonna back this truck around here and put that seed in it so we can load him up. So this is all our corn seed. We try to keep it organized, but usually by about the middle it tends to be very chaotic. But we like to split hybrids, so we get one hybrid of corn on one side and one of the planter and one hybrid on the other side of the planter. So we need 8 bags of that, and then that's the next longest, eight bags of that. So for those of you who may not know, different varieties take different lengths of days to grow. Basically, the days of how long it takes to grow is a pretty good estimate of how long it's going to take for, I think it's like 95% of the seeds to reach maturity, meaning that it's ready to harvest. So we've got all different ones. We have a 117 day, which is in the ground. Then we've got 114 day, 113 day, all the way down to, I think our earliest is our latest is 107 day, I think. So we've got a lot of 111. It's just however long it takes to the seed to grow. So we need to plant the longer varieties, the 117 day and the 114 day. Those varieties, we need to plant them earlier, so maybe they're ready earlier than, say, the rest of these. It's pretty simple, but you know, I've also been around it for years and years. So yeah, if you got any questions, just leave a comment. I'll try to answer it the best I can. Let's get these loaded up. So I got all this seed loaded. Believe it or not, that is a full planter load. Got 8 bags of the 113 day and 8 bags of the 114 day. And I just put this piece of cardboard in there. I usually don't do that because usually we split brands. Like we'll put Weifels, half Weifels and half Specialty or half Pioneer in there. But these two are our latest maturities, so they get to go next to each other. So yeah, I just put that piece of cardboard in there to differentiate the two, so we don't get them mixed up in the dark. And me personally, I would rather load corn than beans because, well, these corn bags are only 36 pounds. They're a whole lot more manageable because a lot of the bean bags, well, let's see. Let's go over here to the bean storage. We have to keep plastic on it because the roof leaks. But these, the beans are a whole lot heavier. That one doesn't say how much it weighs. But I think, well, the Pioneer bags are about 60 pounds, I think. And then these specialty bags are lighter. Yeah, these specialty bags are 50 pounds a piece. So they're 60 pounds is heavy. Yeah, the corn bags are a whole lot lighter and easier to handle. And then this is just my personal preference, but I like to keep this tag side facing towards me. So, because the end that you open is on the other end. So you can just pick it up and put it on your shoulder and walk over to the box and dump it in pretty easy. Instead of having to turn it around and mess with all that. So you can just dump it in. Well, there's Ned. And I'm not sure where he's at, but Grandpa's out here somewhere running the finisher. He's probably on the other side of the hill, or otherwise I probably would have seen his lights. But yeah, Ned's he should be about empty, I would think. So we're gonna fill him up and then send him on his way. Man, them new headlights do a world of difference, but he needs some back ones now. Well, for some reason the flashers on the 255 won't work, so I had to come give Harmon escort home so nobody will rear-end him. But yeah, he got that 40 acres done in about 3 hours, I think, which isn't bad. But we're headed back to the barnyard now. We got Ned full of corn, so he can run for a while yet. And I don't know how long he's gonna be. And I need to clean my windshield. I didn't realize that. I don't know how long he's gonna run yet, but he has the option to run for a while yet. So he may decide he's done for the night and park it, but he's got plenty of seed anyway.